Happy holidays, everybody. I decided to do a movie instead of a card this year. We still live in our beautiful house. This is going on 5 years now, and it's still a work in progress. I'm working very hard on the landscaping. We put in pavers instead of a paved driveway. The grass comes up through these. We also did solar power last year, and I painted a tree on the wall in my living room just because. Thought it would be interesting. I still work at MCC. This is the 21st year of teaching, and I have to say that it certainly is the most different year I've ever taught because in March, that whole pandemic thing hit, and now I work in my office. And I learn about recordings and how to use Teams and Nearpod and learning management systems online. It's been very difficult, but interesting, and I'm learning a lot. I also worked for MSU a little bit this summer and previous spring as the interim ag coordinator for the Ag Ops program. And in March, about the same time the pandemic kind of hit, T2 died. She's getting a little old and wasn't feeling very well, so we put her down. But T1 is here helping me make a video as a pep talk for the MSU students. I don't know how much she was helping, but that was the idea. 2 years ago, we spent some time biking around Europe and wanted to go back this year. This is a picture of that trip. And David did get to go back last year. He went by himself last year. And this is a friend of his in Switzerland. He also, just before Christmas last year, in November, went to Taiwan. In fact, he made jokes about him bringing back the coronavirus because he flew through Shanghai. So we did get out in June for a few days, and we biked the Great Allegheny Passage from Cumberland, Maryland to Pittsburgh. It's a paved bike trail or crushed limestone the whole way, and it was a lot of fun. Beautiful scenery, really gorgeous trail, not too many people, which was good. But the first 25 miles are nearly straight uphill, or it felt like it. It nearly killed us. And when we got to the Continental Divide, you can see me, I'm very excited here. We started in Cumberland, we stayed the first night in Frostburg, and there we were. And it was downhill the next 100 miles, so it was pretty awesome. David did go to the Erie Canal and bike there in eastern New York for a couple of days in July, but mostly I worked online at home. When I took a break, I was outside working on my yard and my flowers and working on my new little flower house here. Our big trip was supposed to be Poland. We had a friend there who was going to let us stay there, and we were going to bike from Krakow to Warsaw, but pandemic, couldn't do it, so we went to the UP. We biked around the Sioux, Marquette, Menominee, and then took the Badger across Lake Michigan back home. It was really a lot of fun. But mostly we stay home and we work on our hobbies, me with my animals and puzzling, David with bikes and computers and building things. Here's the drone. He's trying to find me in the yard with his little drone. I also am very lucky and privileged to get to spend some time with my parents up in their place in Traverse City. I go out and get beat at cards and get free food from Mom and help Dad or walk with Dad around the lake. And there's his little dog Snickers, which Snickers pulls Dad around the lake because she's just way too full of energy. Winter came this week in Michigan. I hope you get to experience it because it's so pretty when snow covers up the ugly, dead brown stuff of November. And this is my house, all prettified by the snow. Mark's camper is here. David's working on it. And the inside of my house, which nobody gets to see this year because nobody's coming over. Some of my Christmas decorations, my Christmas town that I've been collecting since I was 18. It's so big now, David had to build me a countertop and the banister to hold all my little buildings. And last but not least, my wonderful brothers and my parents. This is the first Christmas I have ever spent without them, except 1970 when I was 11 months old and they weren't there yet. So I hope next year we can get together and play cards and rag on each other like usual. So happy holidays, everyone. I hope you're all healthy. And my greatest wish for you is to have the unconditional love my doggie gives me every day. And she'd give you too, even if you were the FedEx truck driver. Merry Christmas, everybody. Love you.